Greetings, it is I, the Solo Gamer, and today I'm sharing something a little special with you all. Yes, this is Dragon's Crown, specifically Dragon's Crown Pro, the PS4 re-release that came out after its launch. What is Dragon's Crown, you might ask, if you're filthy casual? I'm joking, but it did kind of have a niche audience, if I'm being fair. But Dragon's Crown was an action-adventure beat-em-up style game based kind of somewhere between an action-adventure role-playing game and a beat-em-up like the D&D games from the Mysteria series that Capcom made. What's its claim to fame? Oh, you're about to see. Its claim to fame was its art. Created and directed by George Kimitani, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Hello, beautiful Amazon. Really powerful fighter. The nimble and agile elven archer. Stout, strong, stubborn dwarf. The destructive, powerful, but frail wizard. The beautiful, buxom, necromantic sorceress. Yes, in case you can't tell, this game's art is incredible, but not, well, only controversial to games journalists and prudes, of course, but this game was, at the time of its launch, heralded for the incredible artwork. And also got a lot of shit from certain groups on the internet about its portrayals of female characters, who, let's just say, they got absolutely piss whipped for it, for being a bunch of prude scumbags. But no, the game makes zero, and I mean zero, pretenses about its intent. It is exactly what it looks like, and it does not hold back. So, I've got a couple of different character sets I'm playing as. I got two different data that I'm working with. They both have different characters, but Data 3 was where I started originally, and then my original Data 1 got lost somehow. So I thought I'd share with you just this game's incredible work. Like, you literally start in the tavern, and the first thing you see is a naked fairy in a cup of booze, I'm assuming, drunk off her ass. Yeah, this game does not in any way hold back or do any kind of, like, it does no kind of, you know, hesitation. It is honest, it is straightforward, it does not deny what it is, and it plays it as straight as an arrow. And one thing you can do is you can play offline or online. Or you can play alone. If you just want to go it alone, you can. The game has, of course, full audio, orchestral, the whole 9 yards.
Shall we?
Once you pick your fight,
All right.
once you pick your team,
Oh, yeah.
leave the tavern and go out to whatever your next adventure is. Now, this is made by Vanillaware, who, if you weren't aware, they're sort of a notoriously well-known team who creates visually, and I mean visually stunning games. Whoops, sorry. Sorry.
You are curious about the bloody scroll. After examining the scroll, the signature and other, it is a report telling her that he had. You can't deny that the ghost was clad in mail that was eerily similar to the king's armor. The king's death will profoundly affect the.
You're back.
And you do get the option to level up, increase your skills, and get abilities as you play. And each character gets their own skills. In the case of the Amazon, hers are all martially based. Now, you can only acquire certain skills at certain levels. So, like, you can acquire the parry skill. And then once you get a skill, you can actually upgrade that skill to higher levels, or you can wait to actually get newer skills later on. And then the common skills are more things like stat boosts, health upgrades, things like that. Money is power, vitality boost, nutritionist, etc. One of the most common things about the Vanillaware games has always been the food. Like, it's a key component of every single...
You have a request.
You know, it's a key component of every Vanillaware game, hands down. But the thing is, you don't have to do the story missions right away. You can do them when you wish.
Stop!
Immediately, you are overwhelmed by guards and thrown into the castle jail, charged for a crime you did not commit. This is a common fate for people who hold a royal secret. You are being removed from the drama. After a few days, the cell door opens. He unshackles your ankles and explains the situation to you. As expected, Gustav was working for Bolga. He used a magical necklace to control. Once Dean got Princess Vivian to safety and confronted the prime. The princess apologizes for involving you in this. While she was a hostage, this kingdom needs a new ruler immediately. Dean is no saint, but he would make a... However, when Gustav fled, he also... If McNeil gets the orb, Princess Vivian asks for your help with this incident. Gustav's ship chose a pirate route, likely to elude captors. Perhaps his artifice was his undoing. You should investigate.
So yeah, so now I have...
To get the orb back, you travel to Ghost Ship Cove, a known pirate hideout.
So now I have what is a active mission. I can choose to go to that mission now. Now, if I wish. Or I can go to the gate. And the gate will let me The gate will let me pick a mission of my own design if I wish. The Vampire Castle. Now, my other mission is this one, because there's the giant spiders here. But I can also go do the actual mission if I wish. It's a matter of choice. I'm going to do this one real quick so I can just give you a demonstration, because
In the catacombs,
should be more than
stark
enough to
white
handle
bones
this.
are strewn about the ground, as far as the eye can see.
and you'll notice here that there's
The
tons
sheer
of food
number
lying
of the
around.
deceased
Why?
is the only indication
Because
left
food-
of this area's former prosperity.
Because food is how you heal. If you get injured, you stop and your character will automatically fill their health using food. And you're gonna notice my team is just tearing shit apart. Because I don't have...
Outstanding. It's my turn.
And you do have a thief with you who does certain, shall we say, helpful things, like unlock chests and reveal secrets that can help you. But you see how like all of them are fighting in different styles. The Amazon's a brute forcer.
Oh, I can do that.
The dwarf is a powerhouse, but house in defense. The fighter's a
The
skilled
path ahead
fighter,
of you is connected to the ruins of the castle
Fighter,
colloquially
the-
called the
and the
Castle
sorceress
of
is
the
a
Dead.
combination of magic and
In olden times,
Minions.
whenever a girl disappeared, the locals would say she'd been called to the Castle of the Dead.
But you notice how I don't have to fight half the time because my boys do 90% of the work
I
for
got
me.
it.
Yeah, the whole challenge is constantly winning the fights. It's staying alive long enough to make it to the boss, like you would for any beat 'em up. Now, ghosts are interesting. Their one vulnerability is the flame. And it's interesting
my
because you
turn.
actually use the touchpad to you actually use the touchpad to control. You can actually use the touchpad to control
Yes. Oh, yeah.
the Amazon, and she'll use it to point
Done.
the thief in the direction of whatever her objectives are. Oh, hello.
Can somebody help me?
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now.
Thank you.
I think between the four of us, we got her covered. But the whole thing about this game was it's a straight up brawler. It's a beat 'em up with a bunch of different features to it. But my word, is it a good game? And God,
I
does it
got it.
look beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Death is born. Yes.
Help me.
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now.
Interestingly enough, as you grow stronger, you can actually gain runes and symbols that allow you to do different things. Yeah, no, not falling for that. Ah, here we are. This is what I wanted. This is how we're gonna get the spider silk by wrecking the spiders. The challenge is that you have to keep those girls alive, because if you don't, they will get themselves killed, which is annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. And that's another thing, is you can actually drop your weapon at certain characters and then pick them up again later, which allows for different things like hurling the hammer at a target. Oh no, the girls are poisoned. That's not too bad. They'll get over it quickly.
Oh, yes. Voila. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Alright. Now, as I recall...
The
Bam
vampire smirks and flies away. You saved a village girl. You must protect her now.
3 of them. It's going to be a hard fight to keep them all safe.
Protect the village girl. If she is bitten by the others, she will become a vampire as well.
This is where the Amazon is an absolute nightmare. She can cover so much ground. And she does so much freaking damage. Of course, it doesn't hurt that they are just absolutely nightmare. That this team is a nightmare for just about any low-level boss.
The kidnapped girls had been turned. They are now vampires, attacking other people. You utter a silent prayer, hoping that you have slain the last vampire, and leave the ruins.
Yeah, but I saved some of them, so... And naturally, as you advance, you grow stronger. And you get more power and ability and all that, but... what separates this game from most is that each character is not only visually different, but they all fight incredibly distinctly. The Amazon has almost no defensive posture. She just, like you saw, she's a whirlwind, just charging in and crushing everything. The fighters a much more balanced approach. Swift, clear strikes and a solid shield to keep him from getting too much damage. On the other hand, the dwarf is, well, he's a dwarf. He's coming in there with the hammer and the axe, and you're getting smashed to bits. It's just how they are. But, all that being said, it very much feels kind of like Mystara, like the old beat 'em ups from the old beat 'em ups from those days. Those are dwarf weaponry. Sell that. Sell that. Now, these... You'll notice that I cannot use or command any of these. And it means I either already have an amount, or I cannot acquire them. It's like I don't use them with this character, so there's no point to it. Alright, take all spoils. Yeah. After each mission, you have to choose new allies.
All right.
And then you can leave the tavern and go to the next mission. If along the way you wish to change out your gear and equipment, you can do so here. Right now I've got the empowering long spike, the runica. If I wanted to, I could grab the Imp's long spike, which would give me a bit of a power boost. I could grab a different weapon or a different item. But these are all the items I have right now. Most of them are higher level than what I use, so I don't need anything else at the moment. But you can also, as a side action, go to the temple.
How can I help you?
To pray for a miracle. Now, early on, I would highly recommend getting life protection. And then later on, getting stuff like Adventure's Boon or Prayer of Profit. But early on, get yourself life protection. The other thing you can do while you're here is you can resurrect those that you found while you were out. And they're all different levels. And what you do is you want to resurrect the higher rank ones, which will give you an advantage later
Allow
on.
this heart.
Here, let me let you watch that whole thing.
Allow this heart to beat again. Quench their thirst. Lead the wandering soul back. Reverse death. And awaken them.
And now you have all those high level guys, but now you can go and bury the rest of them.
May they rest in peace.
And when you bury them, they sometimes give you
May
gifts.
they rest in peace.
See?
May they rest in peace.
But like, if you
May they
have the
rest
option
in
to
peace.
raise higher level
May they rest in
warriors
peace.
or fighters,
May they rest in
always
peace.
do it. Because if they're higher than you, that's going to give
As
you...
you leave the temple, a ragged old man, his raspy voice makes it... You can give him a coin if you feel... He doesn't even acknowledge the coin. You probably won't be able to communicate.
Yeah. That comes back to play later in the story, I promise you. It is not some random event. So yeah, I'll have to go back and do that again. Again, if I want to finish that. Yeah, and eventually that gets to a point where the gateway gets messed up and you can use these runes to program it to specific destinations, or else it just gives you random levels. But you can also rent from the stables to take a horse to your destination. Wallace's Underground Labyrinth. So we'll do one more level and then we'll call it a
This
call it a day
underground
for this
labyrinth
one.
is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic. It is a dangerous place, replete with traps. It bars entry to all who would dare.
Yeah, a big part of this level is just finding the weaponry. But you can also
It's my turn.
unlock. You can also unlock doors for secrets and hidden stuff if you like.
Oh, yes.
The trap was sprung, and the door magically closed fast.
Yes, yes.
Slime creatures are weak against fire. The torch on the wall could be used to great effect.
I already have it. If you're a mage, you don't even need to worry about this, because one of the mages
The
basically...
clink of metal hitting the ground can be heard. You obtain a magic key to open the door.
and you can leave. But if you're getting D&D vibes, nah, you ain't wrong. This is what D&D was like before modern times, when it got pussified into the utter joke it is now. I'm sorry, if you think modern D&D is good, you are fucking psychotic. The modern D&D is absolute shit. Like, I grew up with real D&D. What they call it now is a joke. And not even a funny joke at that. Ooh, big chest.
Oh, yes. Done. Let's see. Simple.
Okay, whoever hurled the meteor bolt, please calm it down just a bit.
I got it. Done.
There's a puzzle to this. I do not have time for it. I do not have time or interest in it at this time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. got it. Voila. It's my turn. Oh yeah.
One thing that is notable is that any character can use any of the base weapons. Like that just comes with the territory.
Let's see. Simple.
What?
See, this is where you're supposed to get the stuff for that one mission. One of the reasons why this is done is because if you don't level up properly, some levels are impossible. To get to a point where it's just like so difficult you'll never complete it.
Filthy Luca.
Now, any money you don't pick up,
Must
he
be
will.
nuts.
So you don't have to worry about that yourself.
Yes. Voila.
They're here.
Yeah, it actually can get hard to fight in this stuff because sometimes you're literally you're so wrapped up with so much firepower going on that it becomes difficult to actually do much of anything. I think I got enough for the delivery. Yes, okay.
The grubs are turning into cocoons. You must destroy the cocoons before they hatch into beetles.
Don't have to. The beetle's dead already.
You left the fungi-infested underground labyrinth.
Like I said, with the right team up, you are just a nightmare. Level 10. So we can sell these off because they're worthless. That's how it goes. Like you choose what you want to do, you get your characters built up, then you go off on adventures. And each level is unique. Each level has two different pathways you can take. And each one has its own unique set of mysteries you can solve, which makes them all very, very, very distinct. And like I said, this game's art style is top tier, absolutely unparalleled. I still wish there were more games like this. Like the man behind it, Kitamani-san, he does a lot of the artwork and illustrations for Vanillaware, and his stuff is absolutely phenomenal. I'll have to show you Odin Sphere Lufthansa, or whatever they call it, next time I get an opportunity, because it's another Vanillaware game where its art style is just mind-blowing. It's like an old children's picture book made reality. Either way, I'm going to cut it here. But I'm going to be putting this up along with the first episode of my Death Stranding playthrough. Didn't actually get the first opening sequence of the game with Sam and Lou. I didn't realize, I was just doing some test running and didn't realize how that was going to play out. But everything after that has been recorded and continued. So anyway, I'll put that and this up shortly, and then hopefully as you all check out my work, you'll see more that you like. But I'll see you next time. This is the Solo Gamer, signing out.